Hey, what is up, everybody? This is Cam Jennings coming at you on behalf of EpicConversions.com. Hope you're doing well out there. Today, I want to talk to you about marketing without an email list. So, email lists, it's a form of direct response marketing. And it's a really good way to advertise whatever you have going on. It's a really good way to promote whatever you have going on. I often say that email lists are the core and the heart of your online business. And I 100% believe that. It's a one-on-one transaction. When you send an email out to a list of 10,000 people, they all get that email, and it's just you and them in their inbox. You and them, that's it. Your message, and they read it, and they can either reply to it, or they can take action on what you want them to take action on, or nothing. It's a very limited scope of possibilities, and it's a one-on-one transaction. So for those reasons, it's very, very effective. There's not extra conversations happening. There's no comment section. There's no recommended video, column, There's not a lot of noise happening. It's just you, them, and the inbox. So this makes it a very effective form of communication. Direct response in general is very effective. But what happens if you don't have an email list? Then what is it? How does that look like? Well, to me, and I've done, marketing like this when I didn't have an email list. And the way it looks usually, so it's not a one-on-one conversation anymore. Now it's a one-to-many conversation. If we're talking about free organic, then you're putting messages out there for many people to consume. Whether it be on a YouTube video, whether it be on like a Facebook post, or like Rumble, or Reddit, or Medium, or wherever, you're putting a message out there for many people to consume. It's almost like you're putting something out there for display, and people can interact with it, And it's not that much different when it comes to paid advertising. It's still one too many. It's not 1-to-1. It's one too many. So it's a little different. And I would say, to me, the main thing is that it is like a lot less results for what you have. You know what I mean? Like, for example, like 1,000 people on an email list is going to produce greater results for me than 1,000 subscribers on a YouTube channel, just for example. 1,000 people on an email list is going to produce greater results for me than 1,000 people in a Facebook group. Paid ads are not my specialty, but I would argue that 1,000 people on an email list are going to produce greater results for me than $1,000 spent on paid advertising. If we assume that I'm advertising a paid course or a paid training where I cannot do any follow-up to that list of people. Because if I can do follow-up, what are we doing? We're moving into direct response now, aren't we? We're moving into one-on-one. So I'm just saying, like, a direct comparison. If I got 1,000 people, 1,000 warm, engaged followers on an email list, I'm going to get better results than if I spend $1,000 to a cold market, if I can't follow up with those people. And I guess a better comparison would be like, just like 1,000 clicks, if I just pay for 1,000 clicks. So in all those cases, what it means is like one-on-one communication is more effective than one-to-many communication. I'm not saying people don't make a lot of money on one-to-many communication. I'm not saying that. You know, obviously, we can look around and we can see some YouTube channels that are just like outrageously successful. You know, we can see some Instagram, we can see some TikToks where people are just have blown up, gotten very successful off of these platforms, and they're all one too many. You know, one person too many people. But what I'm telling you is, in my experience, when you're dealing with one too many, you know, it's just like you expect less for more. You know, you need to get way more subscribers. You need to get way more people following you before you get results, you know. So you got to deal with a lot of volume. You can get that volume with, you know, putting out content or putting a lot of advertising out that costs money, and reaching a whole lot of people. But it's all volume, you know what I mean? It's all volume. Whether you increase your frequency of free content or you increase your reach, more money spent on advertising, it's a lot of volume, you know? And with one-on-one, with direct response, you just get more bang for your buck. You could do more with less. Like, I've seen people produce 6 figures with a 500-person email list, which sounds insane to me, but I know it's true because I've seen it. So, I mean, you know, you can't say that for like paid advertising. You can't say that for like, you know, free content on the internet. You can't say like, oh, well, I put 500 subscribers on a YouTube channel and I made, you know, $100,000. That's not usually how that works. If you want to make $100,000 with a YouTube channel, you're gonna have to put like far more than 500 subscribers on it. And I'm not even talking about like YouTube, like AdSense. I'm talking about like doing affiliate marketing from that YouTube channel. You're still gonna have to put more than 500 people on there to see results with that. So it's like a volume game to me. Whether we're talking about volume and the amount of content you're putting out there, or whether we're talking about volume as far as like different places to distribute your content and get it out there to people, it just feels like a bigger volume game than with direct response. So I think that's probably why you hear a lot of people talking about how successful and how important the email list is, and that's why I talk about it being the core and the heart of your online business. Doesn't mean you shouldn't have like you know, social media or anything. It's just like, I think if you don't have an email list, I mean, it definitely feels like, you know, the heart of your online business is not intact. Because let me tell you, if someone has a YouTube channel and they can do a promotion and make $15,000 off of it, well, it stands to reason that they'd probably be able to make 10 times that by email. If they had a warm, engaged email list that was the equivalent of their subscriber list on YouTube, they'd probably make 10 times that amount. And I know this because it's happened to me. So that's what I'd say about it. So does it mean that you can't make money on the internet without having an email list? No, it doesn't mean that. You can make money on the internet without having an email. You can make money on the internet without having an email list. But I think you're limited to the amount of volume that you can surround what you're doing with. And I mean volume as far as like content you're putting out, and then that volume is really designed to get more eyeballs on your content overall. So you're really limited. When you're doing one too many, you're limited. But when you're doing one-to-one, what you can do is you can start extending the life of your customers. You can start producing some brand loyalty, and you can really start to get something going. So that's why I say that email list is the heart of your business. Anyways, it's a volume game when you don't have an email list. That's my experience with it anyway. And I put out free content all over the place all the time. So anyways, hope this has been helpful to you. I would say the main takeaway that you should take away from this video is you should start building your email list. That should be your top priority. But anyways, that's all I got. If this resonates with you at all, be sure to get over to epicconversions.com, sign up for my free newsletter, and I will see you in the inbox. All right, peace now.